Hello, welcome back everyone to another video of Fresh Cut Slim. I'm probably gonna be uploading this on my Fresh Cut Shorts YouTube channel, but today I want to talk about the new movie. It's called Ballerina, and it's part of the John Wick franchise that's been going on. Now, I've loved the John Wick movies. I really love them. They're so fun, and the action's great. I love Keanu Reeves. So, going into this Ballerina movie, I did not know that much about it. I knew that it was part of the John Wick franchise, but that's basically it. And it was a good movie. Let's just, keep it short and sweet. It was a good movie. The action in this movie is probably my favorite out of all the John Wick movies. There's so much crazy action shots, and there's so many fun things in this in terms of the action. Like at one point, the main character takes a pair of skates and he's using them as nunchucks, friggin', slicing into people with them. It is a really fun movie, and the action in it is top notch. It's definitely the best action out of all the John Wick movies, in my opinion. However, the story, I would say, is probably the least strong compared to all the other John Wick movies, because I'm going to try not to do any spoilers, but, this obviously takes place before, I'd say, the third John Wick movie. Is that the last one before this? So this takes place before that. So John Wick is still alive, and he is in this. However, he is in this, but it's not really revolving around him. Like, he has some lines and whatnot, but it's not really revolving around him. And the actual story revolving around the main character, it's good, but this movie feels like it's a movie about a side character rather than a main character, if that's a way of putting it. Where this isn't about John Wick, it's about this other random girl who is involved in the John Wick universe. And although it's a good movie, like, I really like it, I think the story isn't the greatest, but it's still fun. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still fun. So out of all the other John Wick movies, I do not know what I have rated them, but they're all upwards of like a high 8 to a like a 9.2. They're all around that area. Now, this movie is really good as well, but I think it's on the lower end. So we're talking like maybe a middle 8, like an 8.5, 8.4, somewhere around there. It's definitely not as good in terms of the story, I think, compared to the other John Wick movies. But the action is the best, though. I think the action is my favorite out of all of the John Wick movies. So take that, as you will. I really did like it. Some of the scenes were so freaking fun. But yeah, I think that's it for this review. I definitely recommend it. Let me know what you guys think if you have seen it. And yeah, with that being said, see you guys next time.